Picture this, a building that actually creates as much energy as it uses. I know, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's not. It's a reality that is completely reshaping our cities. Today, we're going to explore the zero energy promise and see how it's turning our buildings into their very own power plants.
Okay, just think about your last energy bill for a second. Now imagine if the building you're in right now could just pay it for you. What if our homes, our schools, our offices could generate all their own power, completely wiping out their energy footprint year after year? That is the incredible idea at the heart of what we're talking about.
So this whole concept has a name, of course. It's called a net zero energy building, or NZEB for short. And the idea is actually beautiful in its simplicity. Over the course of a year, the building makes just as much energy as it uses. It's not about going off-grid and living in the dark. Not at all. It's all about striking that perfect, sustainable balance. I mean, this is a total game changer in how we think about architecture. For centuries, buildings have just been energy hogs, right? Just passively sucking power from the grid. A net zero building completely flips that script. It becomes an active player in the energy game, both producing and consuming to perfectly balance its own books. All right, so how on earth do these buildings pull off this magic trick? Well, it's not actually magic. It's a really sophisticated toolkit of technologies. So let's crack it open and see what's inside. First up, you guessed it, the undisputed champion of renewable energy, solar power. And hey, we're not just talking about a few panels slapped on a roof anymore. We're talking about windows that are also solar collectors, or entire building facades just soaking up the sun. Solar is the absolute foundation, the powerhouse of this whole movement. But you can't just rely on sunny days, right? That's where wind comes in. And forget those giant, massive turbines you see out in a field. Think more sleek, smaller systems built right into the building's design. These provide another crucial stream of clean energy, making sure the lights stay on, even when it's gray and cloudy. Okay, now this next one is where things get really, really clever. Biogas. This technology is like the ultimate recycler. I mean, it takes all the organic waste from a building. We're talking everything from cafeteria leftovers to actual sewage, and it transforms it into clean energy for heat and electricity. It's a system that literally turns trash into treasure. How cool is that? Okay, so making your own power is awesome, but it's only half the story. To really hit that net zero target, a building has to be ridiculously efficient. This is where we get into the advanced playbook. The next level stuff that cuts energy waste down to almost nothing. And this is where that efficiency mindset gets super interesting. We're going beyond just making power. We're cleverly reusing what's already there. Take waste to energy. The process is simple, really. The building collects its own trash, some advanced tech converts it all into power, and boom, that power gets fed right back into the building. It's a perfect closed-loop system. Nothing wasted. All right, the last piece of the puzzle in this advanced playbook is an absolute game changer. It's called energy recovery. Just think about it for a second. Every single building is constantly leaking energy. You've got heat escaping from vents, warm water going down the drain, even the heat coming off computers and servers. Energy recovery systems are designed to capture all that lost energy before it disappears and recycle it, maybe to preheat fresh air or warm up water. It is the peak of efficiency, squeezing value out of every single watt.
So we've seen the power generators, and we've seen the master-level conservation techniques. Now let's put all these pieces together and take a look at what this net zero future actually feels like. You know, when you boil it all down, it really comes back to this one simple image, a perfectly balanced scale. On one side, you have all the energy the building uses, and on the other, you have all the energy it generates and recovers. When those two sides are perfectly level over the course of a year, you've done it. That's net zero. So, let's do a quick recap of the entire tech stack that makes this whole thing possible. First, you've got your power generators, solar, wind, and biogas. Then, you've got your efficiency masters, waste-to-energy conversion, and all that energy recovery tech. It's the combination, all of these things working together in perfect harmony, that turns that zero-energy promise into a concrete reality. And all of this leads us to one final, massive question. We've been talking about what just one building can do. But what happens when this scales up? What would our cities, our whole world look like if every single building was its own self-sustaining power plant? The implications are just staggering to think about. And it's a future that's literally being built brick by brick right now.